Hello everybody, and today I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks on building in Bloxburg. So this is my house. It is called Plant Home, and it is basically themed around plants and cottagecore. So first what I'm going to do is show you guys around my front yard, which has a lot of plants, and we have a birdhouse and some flowers and my water fountain and outdoor seating. So the first thing that we're gonna talk about is clutter. So when I first started Bloxburg and started building, I had a hard time with doing clutter that was accurate to what you would do in real life without just adding a bunch of random stuff. So what I did was, especially for the bathroom and the kitchen, I just went through what I would do for that day. So like you get up and then you probably use the bathroom, so there's some soap in there, and then you brush your teeth and then maybe blow your nose with the tissues, I don't know, but moisturize your face, put on some sunscreen, all that stuff, makeup, nail polish, comb your hair, or like even down to the towels, because some people don't put towels or tissue papers or a trash can in the bathrooms. And also, another thing that can really help is putting vents, because those make it so much more accurate, and light switches. So the next thing that we're going to be talking about is colors, and we're going to be using the kitchen to show my examples. So there are warm and cool colors. Warm is like kind of an orange undertone. And I don't really know color theory, so this is just me saying how I think it is, so please correct me if I'm wrong. And then a cooler color is where you can tell there's kind of like a blue, like ice, like undertone in it. So these colors over here to the left, grays. The smoky gray and the black, they are like very blue toned and you can see it. So my favorite are cloudy gray and flint and hurricane gray, because they have a warmer tone and I just personally really like that one more. And usually you put the cool colors together and the warm colors together, but you can do whatever you want for yours, but just know about the colors. Aside from the grays, my favorite browns are pinecone and dark taupe, because they're kind of like desaturated. They're not as bright as just the regular brown. And I also really like linen. That is what was used for all of these cabinets. So that is proof that I like linen. The next thing that we're going to talk about is texture. And in this room alone, you can see there's a lot of texture everywhere. All the cabinets are different. There's a lot of different materials that you can use. But don't just make everything plastic. It makes it look flat and like really boring. And yeah, it's just not good. So try and use like all the textures for things that need the texture. Sometimes obviously it just looks pretty weird if you put too many textures on things. But my favorite wood texture is probably the twisted wood. I just love how it looks, and I love the marble. I think it looks super cute. The next thing that we're going to be talking about is style, and my style is kind of a mix between a cottage core and just like a realistic, like real life, because that's how I like to do my clutter in my houses. Some styles are like modern. There could be like vintage houses, like castles, cabins, all that kind of stuff. So you will find a style that you like, and when you find that style, you can look up inspiration photos. There's a lot of photos on Pinterest. You could just Google them. But yeah, just find a style that you like, because there is no right way of building. It is all just up to you and what you like in your build. The next thing we will be talking about is the front yard. And the first thing that I like to do, just to make the layout of the house in general better, I like to make a little indent so that you have more room and it gives it a better shape instead of just being a rectangle or just being a square. It has more places to put stuff, and this one is kind of in the shape of an L. and you can put some outdoor seating there, shelves, a bunch of stuff. I like to put gardening things and plants and wagons, bird houses, all of that you can put in your front yard. I also like to add stepping stones because I think they give it more personality than if you just add the floor and then make it textured pebbles. And then the last thing that I really like to do is add a fence. The next thing we're going to be talking about is lighting and LED light strips, like the ones that can be seen here in my bedroom. So what I did is I put them under the shelves, and I put them on my wardrobe, and I put them in kind of making a frame around my bed and also on this wall here, so that you can put paintings, posters, post-it notes, those little tiny pictures. I think it adds a lot more personality to your room because it makes it look like somebody's really living there. And the next and final thing that we will be talking about in this video is posters and paintings. So these actually add a lot of personality to the house, makes it look like somebody's living there. That's why I love them so much, and they just add wall art. One of the hacks that you can use to find better stuff is just type aesthetic and then the thing that you want to find. Usually it comes up with a lot of great photos. I personally really like this first one. It's just a very cute cat laying in the grass, and that is just adorable. So yeah, these can add a lot of decorations because when the walls look plain, it looks open and empty. And there are other things that you can do for wall art, but paintings and pictures make it look like people really live there. Post-it notes also make it look like people are living there, and it just adds a lot to the house, and it just makes it more personalized. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any tips and tricks of your own, leave them down in the comments so that I can read them and maybe I'll make another video. And also subscribe, because a lot of the percentage of people who view my videos aren't subscribed. Just kidding. I don't look at my statistics. Goodbye!